What's going on, everybody? It's Steven here, back with another unboxing, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Sasuke Uchiha. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the outside of the box. It's just your standard SH Figuarts. Nothing super special. This one is the Uchiha Sasuke versus Itachi model. They do have another one where it's just Sasuke wearing his regular, I want to say like Season 1 costume where he has the sleeves on. This is the versus Itachi, so if you look on the back, he's sleeveless. One other thing to note is if you take a look at this photo here, he does pair up nicely with the Itachi SH Figuarts. So if you do have this one, if you've got both of them, they pair up very nicely with each other. They even have the same image on the Itachi one as well. So let's open it up. As usual, the SH Figuarts figure comes with one of these pamphlets, kind of just tells you exactly what it comes with. But I'll be getting to that in a moment, so let's just put this aside. Alright, inside the box, this is what he comes with. Looks like he's got a sword, a Chidori. He's got 3 different faces, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of hands. We'll start with the figure. First impressions. Figure seems pretty nice. Looks almost as though he's missing something. Oh, wait, I know what this is. So I thought right here he was probably missing something, but I realized that's just where the sheath of the sword goes into. So he's not missing anything. And this is definitely posable. Joints feel nice. Very good figure. Looks very nice. Even has the Uchiha logo right there. Pretty good. Next we have the Chidori. So there's a slot in there that it's right here. I'm not sure if you can catch it, but there's one of the hands that actually kind of like fits the mold right in here. So all you have to do is attach the hand, place his hand in there, and you're good to go. The feel of this is pretty nice. It's kind of like it's a hard plastic. It's not like a squishy kind of feel to it. These parts here, bendable, but overall very sturdy. Looks cool. Alright, moving on to the faces. This is the neutral face that he comes with. Really nothing special here, but obviously it's needed. So this is the neutral face. And then this here is the surprised face, I guess you could call it. His eyes are just a little more wide with surprise. This is supposed to emulate the scene where Itachi was approaching Sasuke during their final battle, trying to take his eye. Alright, and lastly, this is the Sharingan face. It's just his regular Sharingan, not his Mangekyo. So it's just the 3 commas that make up the Sharingan, but it is pretty nice. The detail inside the eye is very well done. I don't think that the camera could catch it though because it's just so small. But up close when you're holding it, you can see the fine details. Nothing looks smudged or smeared or just not right. This is a very good, well done piece. And to take off the different faces, all you got to do is just pop off the front piece of his hair, just like this, very similar to the Itachi model. And then all you got to do is pull out the face, and you get these 2 little nubs on the back. Moving on, this is the sword. This is actually the closed version. I didn't realize that it comes with 2. This one is really just a black stick. Really nothing to it. There's a few lines for detail on the inside, but other than that, it's really nothing special. It is a small piece though, so try not to lose it. And as I was saying, there's this little slot right here. You can just push this, and it just sits right in there, just like that, so that you can pose him with his sword, and he doesn't have to be holding it at all times. You could just have this here. And then, if you remove this piece, you now have the open version, which is his actual sword. So, sword here, it's pretty nice. It is a little bendable, so it does have some give, but it doesn't feel flimsy like it might snap off at the base here. And Sasuke does come with 2 pairs of hands that can hold the sword. as well as the extra sheath. So you can carry this sheath in the back while he's holding his sword for a more complete look. And it does look like you can push this in actually. Nope, I'm wrong. So it's just the sheath. You cannot put the sword inside. If you want that look, you're gonna have to switch to this one. So it's kind of a good thing that they give you two different kinds of swords. Okay, as for props, or the hands, I'm sorry, the hands holding the props, Sasuke does come with two of these hands that can hold the sword. So this one starts off, I'll have him holding it in the right hand. This is what it looks like. The left hand right here is very similar. Also does the same exact thing, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. However, one thing that I did notice about the Chidori is that Sasuke can hold it in his left hand because in the anime and manga he is left-handed. So it does belong on his left hand. I did notice that the palm that is used to hold the Chidori, you can actually use the right hand as well. However, it fits a lot more snug in the left hand. And to do that, all you got to do is just pretty much insert it and it just fits snugly in. Now, don't worry, I did notice that it does open up. I thought I broke it for a second, but I did notice that the Chidori here has some nubs, and all you kind of have to do is just fit them into place. And it looks like it's one solid piece, and it's actually very nicely done. Like I said, it tricked me. I thought it was all one piece until I thought I broke it. But again, when you do use a Chidori, try to put it on his left hand because it does fit a lot more snug. And it's also more realistic to the anime. Again, him holding the sword, very nicely done. It's also very snug too. So it's not just going to like slip right out of his hand or anything. You actually have to try to pull it out. So that was good. Now, as the standard with every Naruto figure by SH Figuarts, he does come with a jutsu hand here, which is pretty much, I want to say it's the same mold as all the other ones. They look the same, and there's really nothing special about it. He does come with a right hand and a left hand of this one. And then in this one, again, another standard I feel where it's kind of like I call it like a half-closed palm because he's got his fingers curled in like that. And he has one again for the left and right hand as well. And lastly, for his pairs of hands, again, as usual, he comes with a closed fist. I feel like this is an SH Figuarts, like any SH Figuarts will come with a closed fist. And then he has the full open palm. Both of these, again, come right-handed and left-handed. One thing I also did want to point out is that I did notice while I'm switching out the palms, this headpiece right here tends to come out fairly easily, so I'm not sure if that's just mine, but try to make sure that you don't lose this piece if it is something that happens to your model a lot. I'm not very sure, again, but it kind of just seems to pop out of place very easily, so hoping not to lose that piece. Moving on to the figure's articulation and mobility, just like any SH Figuarts again, his arms and legs are double jointed, so you do get maximum movement. Due to his robe though, he doesn't have as much movement going to the side. It does have a cut on this side here, so you can move that over, but just know that you cannot remove this bottom robe, so try not to mess with the pulling this out a little too much for fear of breaking it off completely, but you can have some sort of mobility. You just have to be careful. So that's probably one downside to him, is that you can't really pose him a whole lot, but his stance alone is pretty cool when looking at this figure. Even this piece moves right here, so if you do happen to pose him a certain way and you need this to move, or you want it to look like the wind is blowing, you can just angle that a certain way in any direction, and it also comes off too. But I don't see why you would want to take that off. But yeah, easily snaps back into place. His upper torso is, I'm not going to say it's double jointed, but there's movement at the waist, and then there's movement at the upper chest right up over here. So you do get a good range of motion for realistic posing. So that's another plus. And when you do pose him to his maximum, like I guess bend, you don't really see too much of space gap at all. And then as usual, he's got very good mobility in his ankles and toes, and everything is very smooth on this figure. No squeaks or anything like that. No clicks. Nothing bad. There you go. So, as a quick recap, Sasuke comes with 3 different faces. He's got the Sharingan, the surprise face, the neutral face, a 2-piece Chidori. He has 6 pairs of hands, including open palms, half closed open palms, slightly open palms, I'm not even sure what to call that. You have the 2 hands that can hold swords, closed fists, and jutsu hands. And then you have the 2 model swords right here that come along with the figure. Thank you so much for watching. That was Sasuke Uchiha by SH Figuarts. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out my Instagram account, obitobi_10, and have a good day.